It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tell them, Canada Dry.
We're back.
We're back.
Dynamite after dark.
Hit it. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. There we go.
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. And tell me all your information. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know.
Anything goes. It's Dynamite after dark.
Bada bing, bada boom. How you doing? That's right. After, 3 weeks of not doing Dynamite After Dark? Guess who's back? The JFP is back. I am the JFP. I'm a filmmaker making movies, making dreams, not making billions of dollars, but hey, who is nowadays in the film industry?
Just
And of
Disney.
course, I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that ginger up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada Dry, damn it.
Woo! Yeah, and of course we are the trios champions of podcast wrestling history. That includes AFW's final boss. We're talking about the effing world champion, Trey J. Styles. Introduce yourself, sir.
I think you did a great job. I mean, effing world champion, final boss of AFW, literally the guy that you have to get through everybody just to lose to.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't be any more of a final boss if I chose to sing Peaches, 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 Peaches right here on air.
Word up. And of course, we are joined by our fourth. It's a rotating, but let's be honest, this man is the top of the top, the cream of the cream. I'm talking about the Golden Graham, the serial killer, Joseph Graham.
Good evening, gentlemen.
You need a bowl of cereal just to quickly munch on it.
I should have a bowl of cereal with me.
I love it. You should have a bowl of cereal.
But real quick.
Yeah.
With Trey J here saying that he's a champ, there's a very good chance I may be a champ after tonight.
That's
I'm
correct.
excited for that GM Joe moniker in the website.
I know. Like, I saw it up there and I was like, I now know who I want to root for. It's great.
Did you guys see Natalia Markova yesterday on NWA Power?
Yes, I finally watched it.
No, I haven't caught it yet.
But you saw the song. That song was
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, you said that merely today.
Daisy Kill. I've never heard of this guy, but he was trained by Natalia Markova at the FDW school.
Yeah.
And this guy's got charisma.
Oh, God. He's got it dripping
Yeah, he
out of
does.
every hole.
That's
That totally did not sound right. But anyways,
Hey,
guys,
it's been 3 weeks. JFB has to catch up, okay?
I'm not used to doing this on Wednesdays lately. So,
He's
you
usually
know, we got Noob and Company is in the crowd. Hello, everyone. AEW is bad. I mean, the only highlight. Well, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But I don't know if I would necessarily call it bad. So let's get started. We start with, of course, a first match. We're not WWE. We're not going to go ahead and subject you to stupid promos and crap that don't matter. No, that's flushed down the toilet. Tony Khan's in the house, and he's dictating match number one. Match number one is the 8-way with Adam Cole, with Orange Cassidy, with Bandito, with Roderick Strong versus members of the JAS. Here are some of my notes. Love this as the opening match. I love any time Orange Cassidy is opening up a show. That's the way it should be from here on out till the day that man dies. He should be the opening match. Unless he's the world champ, then he goes last. But I digress. Really good start to it. Roderick Strong is in shape. I mean, I don't get man
Would you say
crushes.
he's strong?
Yeah, I would say he's strong. I don't get man crushes on. I don't get man crushes often. Ben Affleck is probably
We lost
in that
JFB.
next
Yeah, I
team.
was gonna say, is it me?
Whatever,
Am I
that
frozen?
man
Are
crush
you
has
frozen?
put him in a whole different dimension.
I was like, oh no, I'm frozen.
Okay, we're back.
I was like, oh,
There we go.
I was saying let's no sell it when someone goes frozen, but when it's your host,
Yeah, that
I know.
kind of sucks.
it was like, all right, it's my show now. And then I was like, about to bring out the bat. Then he started talking. And I was like, all right, we'll just put that away.
So, anyways, rest of my notes. The Jericho Appreciation Society literally looks like the reject boys band that didn't make it after Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Like they're
O-Town.
below 98 degrees.
O-Town.
Like,
Remember O-Town?
oh yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
I do.
Old enough to, the four of us are old enough to remember O-Town.
I got O Town. I know, yeah, but they're below O Town. Like they look like they played at like state fairs and casinos. Anyway, Cole and Rowdy taking it. Cole and Roddy taking it to the JAS. My favorite sign of this segment was MJF is smaller than Tinkerbell, which I thought was quite humorous. That guy had a couple of really good signs, by the way.
Yeah.
JAS is in control during and after the picture-in-picture. Jericho on commentary is just gold. Like, I feel like when he does finally put his boots in the middle of the ring and he sayonaras and signs off, if that guy is not commentating on national TV for a national wrestling promotion, it's heresy, and it's just downright stupid. I'm just telling you right now, Tony Khan, sign that guy up to be your fourth commentator or just get rid of someone. Anyways, so let's go to Can the Dry. Your thoughts on the first match?
I just want to say a shout out to Justin who's watching. He's schooling for next week when he's going to be on the show. So he's preparing himself. He's got his notebook right now.
Yeah,
he's taking notes.
Yeah, jotting them down.
Yeah. So this match to me was a good opener. It checked all the right boxes. But it was just a warm up, and everything was just leading to that moment where Cole chases down Jericho, beats the living crap out of him. I loved Jericho coming out in the Britt Baker shirt. That was a great little touch.
Beautiful touch. You could not have done that any better.
Getting angrier and angrier.
Yeah.
And then Jericho's get him out of that building! Get him out of that building! Britt Baker comes and slaps him. Oh, it was great. I love seeing Jericho like that wormy little character. Sometimes.
Oh yeah. It's good to see Jericho being Jericho and not being a facsimile or a really bad impersonation. So let's go to the final boss. Your thoughts on the first match?
I'm gonna go with Canada Dry's opinion here. This was a good crowd pleaser.
Yeah,
there was a lot to really enjoy.
I wasn't saying it was bad. It was just wasn't. It was.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said it was a good crowd pleaser.
Yeah,
I think that having Roderick Strong start off the match instead of trying to get the hot tag was a very interesting choice.
Yeah,
not the choice I probably would have made because I just love to see Orange Cassidy start off these matches. Daniel Garcia is in such a weird position in his career right now.
Yeah.
Because it's like he gets kind of stuck with the job half of the Jericho Appreciation Society in this, but he still finds a way to really shine throughout this entire match. Like the way he sells, the way he puts moves in, the way he scripts. I mean, this is the guy who, not even, a year or two down the road, WWE may come knocking for this guy. I mean, he's 6'1", he's 225 pounds, so he's well within their size requirements. This guy is amazing in the ring. He has great awareness. It's this is a guy you might want to make sure you lock down with a contract extension really soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
The right team won this one. I mean, the right team really went over on this one, and it went over the right way. Not too much on Cole, which was good. definitely you don't want to like overexert Cole just yet. Let him get his paces back, let him get his wind underneath him. Putting him in these multi-man matches is really good for him right now. So I enjoyed this a lot, and I feel like he did a lot right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, the man with the greatest hair in podcasting.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts?
A haircut too. He got a haircut recently.
He did get a haircut.
Like the beard,
I just shaved.
The beard is gone. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, see, what had happened was I got a new shaver and I had to set too low, so it won't happen again. I promise. Because I hate
Conrad Thompson and stuff.
Like, I hate being able to see my face. Like, I don't like it.
Yeah. You look beautiful, man. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So
you look like a young Joe Piscopo.
You look like you got your faith beside you with the prayer hands. You look like a youth pastor.
I mean, I'm relatively involved.
Looks like a youth pastor. What?
Huh?
I mean, not this year, but last year I did teach Sunday school at my church, so it's fitting.
I'm with you.
But yeah, like this was a great match. It's always great when you have OC open the show with his theme song. It gets the crowd pumped.
Yeah.
And you could definitely tell, like, after Roderick Strong debuted last week, I think there was a report from Sean Sapp or someone that said, like, he hasn't really been under contract since November. He just stayed home and got healthy. And it really showed in this match because he looked crisp and he was just moving around that ring.
Yeah.
And I have missed the Messiah of the backbreaker. I'm so glad he is back.
Yeah. It was interesting because I think what we saw was Roderick Strong from about 12 years ago in Ring of Honor. Like when he first started in Ring of Honor, that's the pop and energy he had. And getting rid of that Vince McMahon gorilla on your back is a huge thing. I mean,
yeah,
the amount of stuff that he has to carry on top of him, and he's reunited with his wife, and everything's good.
I'm excited when Kyle O'Reilly comes back because these three will be the machines of AEW.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like show is running short, or show may not look good on the books. Throw them in. Throw those three guys in together separately. It doesn't matter. It's just going to be a freaking barn burner of a match. We got Jungle Boy with Darby Allin, and it was uneventful. They were talking about the upcoming main event, which was the 4 pillars. We get Cole and Jericho still brawling, and then Britt Baker comes in and gives him a smack in the face and tries to tear the shirt off of his back. Canada Dry, your thoughts on this segment?
Well, I kind of already talked about it. I got to give a little spoiler earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that Chris Jericho. He always would talk about, if you're going to be a heel, be a proper heel. Don't be one of those cool heels where you get the fans liking you and stuff. You got to be this wormy degenerate that nobody likes.
Exactly.
And he does that well.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. AFW's Final Boss, your thoughts on this segment?
Once again, it's well done. You can definitely tell, like, when you allow wrestlers who understand the psychology of wrestling to book their segments, then it comes across well. Yeah. So, gotta tell you, honestly, I'm loving it. I'm looking forward to the match because I know both of these guys can deliver. Yeah. The story leading up to it, the fact that we still got a good solid 3 weeks. Yep. I mean, nothing but general happiness for that.
Yep, absolutely. Golden Graham, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think my favorite thing, I'm going to backtrack a bit, was sitting there seeing Adam Cole run up the ramp and Jericho just yelling into the screen, acting oblivious like he doesn't know he's coming.
Yeah, I was like, what's that?
While the commentators are like, oh no, like backing out of the way. Like, I laughed really hard at that. Yeah. And it was great.
Awesome. You can't beat it. I mean, it's comedy gold and it works so well. So we go to Cole. So we go to Blackpool Combat Club. Remember, it's BCC.
Oh, these loathsome bastards.
They're talking about the Elite and promoting the hell out of that match next week. I am perfectly fine with Danielson being the only mouthpiece for that group. I love John Moxley, but let's face it, it's either promo 1, 2, or promo 3, and they all end the same way. So, Canada Dry, your thoughts on this segment?
Brian Bryan Danielson had the nerve and the balls.
Yeah.
To use Bret Hart to get himself over as a heel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind it so much because you kind of tend to still love Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
Even though because he's the likable one. So he's going to go for the cheap heat, and he knows how much everyone loves Bret. So why not stick it to Bret? Because that's going to make everyone kind of hate him.
Yeah, absolutely. Trey J, your thoughts?
You guys know how I feel about pretty much everybody in the BCC.
Yeah.
Like, I love Danielson. John Moxley would have never gotten over if he wasn't Dean Ambrose. Like, John Moxley is a tough guy whose biggest drawback is the fact that he looks like John Moxley. Yeah. Like, he's like who he looks like? He looks like Randy Couture in the Expendables from a faraway shot.
Yes.
Like that. And that bugs me a little bit because Randy Couture is pretty intimidating as a fellow. John Moxley looks like he is just not worked out. Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Trey J.
He just looks like the kind of guy who does cardio.
Let me ask you something, Trey J.
Yeah.
Had John Moxley not been in the Shield, would he still be a big star today?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
He'd still be doing like some GCW and CZW. Is Combat Zone Wrestling still a thing?
Yeah, it still is.
Yeah, he'd still doing that.
It's based in Philly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he'd still been doing that kind of stuff. Like, by the time he would have been like somebody in the crowd would have like hit him with one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see him getting over in WWE without the Shield.
No, definitely not. Honestly, in the Shield, he was like the worst one.
Yeah.
So.
That's
because WWE didn't want him to be over. It was clearly Roman and Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he could have. I mean, the whole like him doing like the weird pacing thing just always has bugged me when he does.
Well, they tried to make him a little bit of a Stone Cold guy, remember?
Yeah, that was a terrible idea. Like, you can't.
Yeah. No.
That was like trying to make Carlito the second Rock.
Yeah.
Mr. Graham, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with you, JFB. Just let Danielson be the mouthpiece for these guys. Like he's perfect for that. And I'm looking forward to the steel cage match next week. So, I mean, this promo did its purpose. So,
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
over under on the steel cage malfunctioning like their last match.
Oh, I go over. I take the over on that. I'll take the over on that.
All right. Should add sparkles to the end just for the hell of it. That would be a good throwback.
One piece of cage falls and like Eddie Kingston like dives the wrong way.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Just at the end, all four cages just sort of fall down.
Yeah. That's it. That's the way to do it. Just like they just poof right down to the ground.
Or they should just not have a cage. They should just not have a cage and just pretend that there's a cage there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to climb in and stuff. I got it. All right. I'm down with that. I'm gonna Tony Khan, you listen to our show all the time.
Absolutely.
There's a reason why you should hire us for booking. I'm just saying. We're geniuses. We're freaking geniuses. Let's go to our second.
Not freaking because we're not Rollins, but we're freaking.
Yeah, freaking. Soraya versus Willow. Here are my notes. The Outcasts are always going to be involved in shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the way it's going to happen. You just have to accept it. And just have to accept it. I mean, that's just the way it goes. I like Willow cleaning house. The match was it was okay. Like, it didn't scream. It promoted the storyline perfectly. The ending was way more entertaining than the match. So let's talk about the match. Canada Dry, you're first.
Well, exactly. The match sometimes just needs to serve a purpose, get the story going. And, it wasn't a bad match. There was one spot, though, that Ruby Soho came in the ring and got pushed right into those ropes. That looked like it hurt her.
Oh, yeah.
The pound spot that looked bad.
It looked like it hurt her neck. Like, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, she was staggering back in the ring after.
Yeah. I feel like she could blame Tay Mello for that as well. So she blames Tay Mello for everything.
and then Tay Mello will give double eye rolls.
Yeah. Let's go to Trey J. Your thoughts on the second match of the night?
I don't know if this was their intention, but they made Willow look so strong in this match.
Yeah.
Willow looked great because, I mean, just being able to kind of solo the entire Outcast group, and granted, the numbers game is going to, but they made her look good. And, you know, when you think about everybody else who they faced, they haven't gotten that kind of shine against that group.
That's true.
The match wasn't like the most special. Saraya kind of tried to play into the crowd, but it's almost like she kind of has this weird thing where it's like she can't do both. She can't like do the facial mannerisms and kind of play up the heel role and still like seamlessly perform. It's like you got to kind of stop, reset, do the thing, play to the crowd. Okay, get back into game mode. Boom. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's like a timing thing. Maybe it's like you just really hasn't been getting the reps in the ring like she needs to. But
I just want to reply to you quickly, Trey J.
Sure.
Could it be that Willow Nightingale is just so popular with the girls that they want to give her a bit of a shine?
Oh, definitely. I think, you know, when you really think about it, I mean, of all the people they could have put her against, they put her against Saraya. That's a big deal. Like, Saraya's not going to wrestle that many matches. I mean, this might be is this the first singles match she's had on Dynamite?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's definitely a big deal. You want to, you got to have these special moments. And it's like, sometimes what makes it special is not making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mr. Serial Killer, your thoughts?
I mean, Trey J said exactly what I was going to say. Like, to me, this is a bigger deal. The fact that Willow's in the ring with Saraya, like that tells me what AEW thinks of Willow more than anything, because she like you said, Saraya wrestles maybe once a month at most.
Yeah.
Like that's her contract because of her health and everything. They don't want to overexpose her.
Yeah.
So that, to me, that's a big deal that they're letting Willow have this precious like ring time with someone like Saraya.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're getting ready to spray paint Willow. I don't like that because I love Willow. I think she's freaking awesome. They're getting ready to spray her, and then the music hits, and out comes Sheeta. Beautiful white suit, those crazy Japanese shoes with the little blocks on the bottom. I don't know how in the house he operates and moves in them, but hey, more power to you, sister. She comes out and she hugs Saraya. And it looks like she's going to turn heel, which wouldn't make sense because she's an AEW original, but in slides Britt and Jamie Hayter, and Sheeta takes the spray paint. They get into a big schmoz. Next thing you know, Saraya gets sprayed in the face. Sheeta's on our side. She's joining the fight, if you will, of the originals versus the Outcasts. By God, can the dry. What were your thoughts on the finish?
What a great swerve!
Yeah.
by Sheeta.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat was like, "No, not Sheeta," and then it was like, "Oh wait."
Yeah, I was saying the exact same thing, yelling at my TV. Oh, this is bullshit.
I was excited for her to join because I was like, I want more people in the Outcast because I just love the Outcasts.
Yeah. Mr. Final Boss, World Champ, what are your thoughts?
I don't really have too many thoughts on this. I mean, like, I feel like the shoes really took me out of it because there was like, it's hard to walk with purpose in those shoes.
Yeah.
Like the last time somebody tried to walk with purpose in this, it was like an episode of Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't notice the shoes. I'm gonna have to take a look back at these.
Yeah, the shoes really bugged me from jump because it was like, first of all, it's like those thong block sandals.
Yeah.
And like, so I like to take my time, and I'd like to announce that The Floor is Lava is back on Netflix, and the new season actually has Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander on there.
Oh!
Are you serious?
Serious.
I've already seen that episode.
Oh, you did?
I know what I'm watching. I know what I'm watching when when we end this. All right. Golden Grand.
It's my contribution for this segment.
Watching it, I was very confused at the beginning. I'm like, why would she, like, literally, these are the people that shunned her for the tag match who she left her on the sideline. Yeah. So I'm glad that, like, this is a swerve that was a good swerve, not just the swerve, just to swerve people, but it made sense.
Right.
So
I
Yeah,
loved it. I mean, it was a great way. I mean, it was a great way to introduce a fourth member or a fifth member for the originals, because now you have to figure if there's going to be any debuts, it's going to be an outsider that debuts because they're going to join that faction. So there's someone around the corner that's going to get released or contract is up, and they're going to sign her and interject her into that storyline, which it needs to be, because as the originals grow, the outcasts are stagnant at just 3 people. So, I mean, the numbers are not adding up. So we go to a House of Black segment. Really good, really creepy, talking about trios belts and trios against the Elite and blah, blah, blah. We'll skip that. We're going to go to the third match. The Trios Tag Battle Royale. That is right. Mayhem will ensue. Best sign of the night for this segment was Scissor Me Crabby. I thought was kind of humorous. I thought that was hilarious. It was a pair of scissors and a claw, and I thought that was perfect. Scissor Me Crabby. All right. All the big teams one of the teams that I picked for AFW got bounced really early, and it was the Butcher, the Blade, and Kip Sabian versus the Acclaim, which I loved. That the last team in is a team that's just, they've, since the COVID era ended, they've just kind of put them to the wayside, which is the Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah.
And it's great to see them. So Acclaim win it. I feel like they really blew it on a chance to really give a shine to another trios team.
Yeah.
So Canada Dry, your thoughts on match number 3?
I thought it was a good battle royal. I liked the part where Hobbs was getting even with the Lucha Bros.
Yeah.
He really shined in that part. And I'd like to see Hobbs go a little further, though. I would like to see the Hobbs been the last guy. Just kind of like put the shine back on him after losing. But, I like the Acclaimed winning this thing. I think it's good for everyone loves the Acclaimed.
That is true. That is true.
Doesn't make somebody says, "Hey,
I'm trying."
there we go. That was the most not wanted scissoring you've ever done.
I'm sorry. It's just I love the Acclaim. I just don't feel like they should have won this match.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, tell us how. Tell us your thoughts, AJ, Trey J.
I knew eventually somebody was gonna make that mistake. But look, I just feel like the whole point of having QTV in this match and the Lucha Bros was definitely to further them. This match didn't really have stakes. It didn't say, okay, whoever wins this is gonna go against House of Black. And it was interesting because House of Black kind of hit those house rules. Yeah. And it was just like, and it's really bad because I'm starting to as I'm trying to think back on the show, like the order of the show is really off to me now because I'm trying to remember, was that before the trios match or after?
It was
before.
Yeah, it was before.
Okay, I thought so. Okay, and it threw me off because it's one of those things that I hope that when they first do those kinds of matches that they list it kind of like how they do the pure championship rules. Yeah, because I'm not gonna remember all that.
Yeah, exactly.
The 20 count is the New Japan rules and stuff like that.
And you know that the Acclaimed are going to get a trios title match.
Yeah.
So why don't they say this is for a title shot?
Exactly. Like when you don't say it's for a shot, then it's kind of like, because I mean the Acclaims are the former tag team champions. Of course they could get a shot. Like why wouldn't they? But the match was surprisingly awkward. Like Vikingo, just getting tossed was weird.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's been a botch.
Yeah, no, it couldn't have been because he threw him over that rope clean.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, I think they just wanted to get the Lucha Bros in there, do a little thing, and get them out.
Yeah. So I guess they really are committing them to ROH, which almost feels a bit like a waste.
Yeah.
No, I think it's because of Ray's injury. I don't think they wanted to.
Oh, okay.
But you can have thrown him out and have the other two do most of it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart money. But
Yeah,
I definitely,
absolutely.
I didn't hate this match as far as battle royals go. In all honesty, I felt like it was actually better than a Holiday Bash battle royal they had.
Oh God, yes, you're absolutely correct.
But there was a part of me that at the beginning of this match really felt they were going to do that Impact thing where Impact has the reverse battle royal where you got to get into the ring first, like half the people who don't get in the ring get eliminated, and then you got to fight. And I was just like, why are they all fighting outside the ring first?
Yeah,
Golden Graham, can you answer a question for me? Why did they have the Spanish name for this, and what does it mean?
I think it's just a playoff Cinco de Mayo, Tres de Mayo.
yeah.
Today's
May
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
They're not in a Spanish area. They're like,
Yeah,
but
I think just playing off Cinco de Mayo on Friday.
okay,
That's all.
I thought it was a weird name for it.
They should have just did the.
They're not
Honestly,
in the big
this should
Spanish community.
This should have been on Friday on Rampage, and they could have just called it proper Cinco de Mayo.
But then they couldn't have had the trios like thing there.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I thought it was a weird name.
Anyways, yeah. So Tres de Mayo is May 3rd. That's essentially what it is. I know some Spanish. Golden Graham, your thoughts?
I mean, it was an okay match. It just there's too much action. It's hard to keep track of. It feels very like overwhelming. Yeah. And that's like any battle royal, not just this trio's battle royal. But I mean, I'm glad I picked in our prediction league. I got both the winner and the first team eliminated correct. So awesome. I'm good.
Nice.
All right. He's strutting like a peacock. I'm telling you, he's going to win a title.
I also did that. But,
I won my match by a tiebreaker, so I'm not even going.
Yeah.
Oh, you already got the results here. Come on.
We get to a Sammy Guevara segment talking about the tag match with MJF. Kenny Omega is talking about the match next week. I like Don Callis.
Yeah, I like him too.
He really brought it. Like, he's always great on the stick, but for being, it's always like sneaky, snaky Don Callis. And we got like an angry, mad jackal version of him. So Canada Dry, your thoughts on that Kenny Omega segment?
Yeah, I like seeing the fiery Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
I have no doubt in my mind that Kenny Omega is going to win this thing. I don't know what's going to happen after.
Yeah.
But Kenny Omega will win this thing. And I like the close-up of Don Callis' scar. It's like, oh, there it is. There's the big old scar.
Yeah, that's a pretty gnarly scar that he's got.
Yeah.
Trey J, your thoughts?
Every morning I wake up and look at this thing.
It talks to me.
It's like, hey, get those guys. Come on.
I just want Callis to turn now. Like, I don't know why. Like, because of this, I almost feel it's almost like that was his initiation into the BCC.
That would be really cool.
Like, you realize how amazing that would be for Callis to take over Regal's role?
Yeah.
And like nobody see it coming?
Yeah.
That would be gold.
It would. I mean,
and you could say, I told you so.
You're right.
Yeah.
And you have the video footage to prove it.
Really, I'd be quick to say it.
Golden Graham, your thoughts?
Yeah, I like the promo. Like I said, I love the serious Kenny when he's more than just the jokey one. But but on to that, like I know, like what was it last week, 2 weeks ago when they had last week was the tag match, right? A lot of people were saying maybe what's his name? Kenny's partner from last week. And why am I drawing a blank? Oh, Takeshita. Yeah. Like he was bleeding. And he's like, maybe he'll join BCC because they have this whole you have to bleed with us in order to be with us thing.
Okay.
So you could see Don Callis take Takeshita into BCC. So
that would be interesting. That'd be interesting for sure.
Rich Southwood's bragging about how we got everything right. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Rich Southwood says, I got every question concerning that battle royal right. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Southwood, Mr. Lord.
Southwood,
All right. Nobody cares.
That's all on my faction, mate. Like, whoa. Enough of the Rich slander. Like, when I was doing it, it was for a purpose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He gets all of that slander. Look, no, he takes all that slander. He injured me, took my shot in the triple threat match for the world title, and still lost. So he gets everything that's coming
Well, you
to
know
him.
what? It might have worked out for you for the best now, right? That all
Yeah, because I definitely would have lost the triple threat match. So
all right, let's go to match number 4. It's Wardlow versus Intern Jones number 7. Are we ever going to get a real Wardlow match and instead of these squish matches that we constantly keep getting? We know he's a badass. We know he can powerbomb a guy through the mat, through the concrete, through the core of the earth. We get it. Stop doing it. So anyways, out comes Christian with Luchasaurus, and the Christian is just like, if you want to know how to cut a promo,
Yep.
there are guys who have great promos.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
there are guys who do promos that are great every single time. He is the latter. That guy cuts promos like no tomorrow. So if Hunter Rainer, I know you watch. By God, man, if you want to learn how to actually cut a promo, watch Christian Cage. Get in the draw, you go first. Talk about match
Speaking
number
of
4.
Hunter Rainer.
You call out Matt Cardona, and Matt Cardona
Yes, he's
answers
asking
the
for a
match.
match with Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona replies and says, if you get, hey, as long as you pay my rates.
Yeah.
I was like, no one's gonna pay your rates to see you wrestle. Like, God
Hunter
bless you,
Rainer.
Hunter Rainer, but it's not your time.
It's just not your time, dude. It's not your time.
Yeah, what was the segment we were talking about?
Oh, match number 4 with Wardlow.
Right. Yeah.
it's not let's not call that a match. It really wasn't. So
It wasn't.
Probably just an excuse to get to like Wardlow calling out Christian and
But they could have done that as a segment.
no,
no,
What they have is
match.
Christian. He didn't show this kind of talent in WWE with this promo work.
Oh no, because
he
because
wasn't allowed to.
Yeah, it's overproduced.
Yeah, so like no one knew that Christian could even do this, like his fans, right?
Well, his Impact run, he definitely showed he could.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he could.
Yeah. His Impact run was amazing.
Yeah.
But that's also why I don't understand why people are like coming at Trinity for joining Impact. It's like everybody who went through Impact came out so much better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, those people are idiots. So
Yeah.
let them stew in their idiot in the idiocracy.
They're the same people sitting there saying that it's all scalpers that bought the tickets for All In, that it's not real
Yes.
sales. So
Tony Khan, he's like, up your ass.
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Bro.
or that are like, oh, Tony Khan bought all the tickets. No one's really buying them. Dude, shut up.
Yeah.
Over yourselves.
Tomorrow we'll see an announcement that 65,000 are sold. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I no way, shape, or form would that surprise me.
it
at
is.
all.
All of them are Liam Wakeland. All of them.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah,
Last
that
one.
brother. First of all, yeah, he's got clout.
Don't forget Mr. Haney. He probably chipped in a few too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we
All
got a few representatives from AFW going to the show.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone who's British in our chat is going, and they're
He's going to this. Why wouldn't you? I
Yeah.
mean, that's
I'd
an
go.
event.
I'd make the bus trip.
Yeah, that's an event. That's not just a show. It's an event at that point.
Yeah.
Mr. effing world champion, your thoughts?
Oh, I've already gone.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
I'm good on this. There's not much to say other than like,
Yeah.
you bring out prehistoric Kane, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
When's he gonna do something? No.
Yeah. So we go to Jay. Absolutely funny as crap. So Lethal, Jeff Jarrett,
Yes.
they all go to what's the name of
Sandy Fork, Delaware.
Sandy Fork, Delaware, to work on Briscoe's farm. And
Not just any farm, it's a chicken farm.
it's a chicken farm. And I just
This was the best segment of the show. Like honestly, I know we save it for the end, but this was the best segment. To see Satnam sing in the overalls, I was
Yes.
like, did you see him playing with the baby though in the background?
Yeah.
About this was great. Like this right here, once again, when you have wrestlers that understand psychology and know how to make a story,
Yeah.
they know how to make it work, and it does. And it's just, and nothing bad had to happen to make this happen. And then they even added in the information about the Double or Nothing match, and then getting like Briscoe another match to continue his win streak, and that it was just everything about this was done right.
Yeah.
My favorite part is when Jeff Jarrett's about to sing "Baby Tonight," and Mr. Briscoe walks in. I thought it was freaking Jesse James.
Yeah.
Look, not Mr. Briscoe. It's not Mr. Briscoe. It's Papa Briscoe.
Yeah, Papa Briscoe. Yeah. Oh man, Golden Graham, your thoughts?
Oh, my favorite line is Papa Briscoe talking to Mark, saying, "Watch out for the idiot in the overalls," and he's like, "Which one?" He's like, "Both of them." Oh, but yeah, like it was great. Like it wasn't overly produced. It was just hilarity on top of hilarity, and it furthered the story, which is all we ask for is further the story.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go to match number 5. It's Ricky Starks with the greatest intro music ever. He is taking on Soft Serve Juice Soda Pop Jones. And here are some of my notes. Jay's coming down with Juice. Juice tells Jay to float away, my friend. Float away. I'm going to take care of this. He ain't looking so rock hard, man. That guy was taking shots left and right. I mean, Ricky Starks, all I got to say is this. This has been the better Starks match from start to finish than I can remember on Dynamite. Like, it was a full-on beginning and end bookended match, and he did it so well. Can the Draw, you go first. Match number 5.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. Like, where are they going with this? Is this going to be a double or not? Because I thought this was like a weird time for them to have their final confrontation.
Yep.
So are we going to have a tag team match at Double or Nothing with the I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think?
I just don't think Juice was ever meant to be the guy in this feud.
Yeah.
Like, you got to have somebody for Jay to go over. So, of course, you got to give Ricky a couple of moves. But then it's like you got this Bullet Club Gold thing. So it's almost like you have to bring somebody else in because Bullet Club is never just 2 people.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's the match was fine, though. The match was solid. Like, this was, like I said, this was, like you said, it was a perfectly good match.
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing wrong with it. The winner was never really in doubt, but, you know, even Jay White coming out right after the bell for the blind side, it's like that those things work because you get the tease, but not the big sell. So,
yeah, and I'm confused with, like, this is a weird feud that's really Starks was on a big high with his Jericho feud, and then this feud is really going nowhere. So I really want to know where it's going.
Yeah. It's either going to work or it's going to be a hideous car crash. It's just one or the other.
Impression that they started this feud before they knew they were going to get Jay White, and then they got him, and then it was just like,
oh shit.
Yeah, like, we can't have him lose.
Yeah, you can see Tony Khan going, wait, we got who? Oh, we did get Jay White? Son of a. And just like knowing that he just majorly dropped the ball.
Oh,
so, Colin Graham, your thoughts?
So, like, the match is good, but I just don't care. Like, like they had Ricky Starks on such a high, and I feel like he's just been deflated. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't get excited. Like, the story doesn't do anything for me. I'm like, I'm more invested in. Can they save it?
Yeah,
I'm sure that for me, probably not.
Yeah,
they
but I mean,
cannot win you back.
I'm just more invested in Jay White. He's a better wrestler. He's a better promo. He's better everything. He's a better presentation of a superstar, or a wrestler, whatever word or you want to use to describe him. Juice Robinson, like, I like him, but
if they do Juice Robinson versus Spears, and then Jay White versus Ricky Starks, you could probably save something there.
Yeah, maybe.
But like, my thing is, like, so you had Juice Robinson lose. He probably would lose to Spears. So you're going to have Jay White team up with a guy who can't win. And that's not what Bullet Club is.
Right.
Like, I mean, especially because like today's like the 10-year anniversary of Bullet Club debuting.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Very true. So MJF sneaks into Jungle Boy's locker room, sowing doubt in the division as we lead up to the main event, which is match number 6. Holy Christopher Columbus. It's Darby Allin and Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus MJF and Sammy Guevara. Here are a couple of my notes. I'm digging Darby Allin starting to give away his skateboard to kids in the audience.
That's cool.
That's a great way to really get endeared with a fan. Like, you just want a fan for life at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
So Sammy and MJF early in the match are really taking it to him, choking out Darby and with his scarf. I thought was humorous, but this seemed to be more comedic than it needed to be. Like, we get either one of two types of MJF. We either get the MJF, or we get the guy who's just piss and vinegar and calls himself the devil. Like, there's no gray spot in between. Canada Dry, you go first, man. What are your thoughts on the main event?
I can't believe they had MJF and what the hell's his name?
Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. I can't believe they had them turn on each other. I was sure that they wouldn't.
Well, I mean, technically, you could say the slap in the face very much as a turn.
They both turned on each other. They both,
definitely did.
Yeah,
they both technically turned on each other. So I didn't think that would happen because, like, why are you screwing over your chances at a main event by yourselves?
Yeah,
like, that to me that didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
but I'm glad that all is right with the universe. You had the end where Darby Allin is doing the coffin drop. He doesn't care that Jungle Boy's there.
Yeah.
You can see that tension at the end between them. I thought that was great.
Yeah. All right. Trey J, what are your thoughts?
They didn't turn on each other, like, at all. That was actually entertaining. And I am very rarely entertained by Sammy Guevara. And that entire thing, like, just having like even with Max lying to Sammy and then Sammy kind of glossing it over, like, even if they had just carried it over up until, and then it was just like, oh, there's some video footage on QTV where blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, you know, whatever. I mean, if you're going to keep them out there, you might as well use them for what they are. And, you know, that kind of causes an issue. And then you have Sammy tearing up the check right before on the go home show. And then everybody's like, oh my God, he's going to turn on MJF. And then, you know, and you have like Jungle Boy and what's his face in the match. It's like, make it an elimination match where they agree to team up with each other to eliminate the other guys up until that last point.
Yeah. Exactly.
It would have just been, I don't know. It's just like, he's like, we team up, we get rid of them, and then you lay down in the ring for me. Then you're definitely getting a match.
Yeah.
Like that, you know, that everybody knows that even if, like, you know, that storyline about him laying down, it was just like, it ruined the surprise on whether or not it was going to be a full 4 pillars thing.
Yeah, exactly.
There were so many different avenues that you could have done for entertainment purposes, because now you're just going to have 4 dudes mad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you already started off the feud that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Golden Graham, give us your thoughts.
I feel like we took the long, scenic route to get to this match, and it could have been way more streamlined. I'm not a big fan of like just having like the GM come out, but I think this would have been better suited for the last month. Just have MJF cheat just to get his 1-on-1, and just have Tony Khan come out and be like, no, we can't have this. It's going to be a 4-way instead of this convoluted. Let's have a tag team pillars match where the heel team turned on each other when it would benefit them to work together and have the 1-on-1 match.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, Golden Graham, can I ask you a question?
Sure, shoot.
Are you this negative to your Sunday school students?
Wow.
No.
Did Jesus really turn the water into wine? Did he really?
No, I know my audience there. There's a different scenario.
Yeah, he can read a room. Read a room. Yeah.
All the kids are leaving the Sunday school.
No, I didn't do. I had middle schoolers and like high schoolers in mine,
okay.
so it was a little more of a serious, like grown up talk than talking about Jonah and the whale and everything like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay. This is the reason why the JFB doesn't teach Sunday school. That's a whole different story. All right. So before we get into our number of bells, our favorite mattress segment, blah blah blah. Canada Dry, you have anything to add?
So we have this Friday.
Yeah.
Wrestling with the Paranormal. And we're going to be talking about one of the freakiest things in the history of humanity. Now, this is a creature. We don't know if he's a ghost, if he's an alien, or what he is. His name is Sam the Sandown Clown. And this guy is freaky.
Okay.
So this story is going to blow your mind. And then on Saturday, we have the Magic of Wrestling, and they are doing the Backlash pre-show.
Okay.
WWE Backlash. And of course, we have on Sunday, we have the All Effin' Wrestling show, and we are going to be giving away a replica championship belt.
Ooh.
Nice.
And you're coming up with these questions, so
I got him.
so
we're gonna do it like
essentially
Jeopardy.
what we're doing is they're going 2-on-1 against me, and I'm trying to save money and not give away the belt.
Yeah.
So that's if I win. I'm not giving away the belt.
Canada Dry defending the honor of AFW and All Effin' Wrestling.
AFW's bank account.
Yeah, exactly. AFW's freaking bank account. Like we have to deflect. We don't want to give all that money up. So
you're really painting me as the bad guy in this whole thing, huh?
Well, you deserve it, but you deserve to be in there because you've helped out so much.
Yeah.
Jeremy's helped out so much, so you guys deserve, a chance to get something nice.
Let's be real here. With Mr. Isaacs coming in, I probably don't stand a chance at winning.
Oh
trivia,
yeah, you're going to get
it's okay.
an expert. Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
I
can always send him like a bunk cake with like tons of liquor in it and have him eat it beforehand. I mean, I can do that shit.
Tons of liquor with a bunt cake in it.
What'd you say?
And tons of liquor with a bunt cake in it.
Yeah, he's like, I'll dry.
That's it. That's it's bunk cake flavored vodka drink.
They have that.
Oh,
So
do
I'm
they?
curious what you
Yes,
come
they
up
do
with.
have that.
I'm curious what you
God.
come up
I mean-
with this for the show on Sunday. What kind of Jeopardy sort of theme you're going to come up with?
Oh, that's gonna be pretty freaking awesome. I'm telling you, it's gonna look good.
If you're going to do that, you should just get some like apple pie moonshine and send to him.
Just might as well. That Sterno.
I'll tell you,
that's even cheaper.
I've had it, and it's absolutely delicious.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna try it.
So I do have an announcement to make for the show.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't noticed, Bobby Fish is taking bookings for 2023, and you notice that we haven't had a chance to do the Bobby Fish joke of the day. So I, in honor of Bobby Fish and the fact that we need him to retire, I want to lead by example by retiring officially the Bobby Fish joke of the day.
Oh.
The last one.
We had a great run. So hopefully he we do know he watches the show because the hate mail and the phone hang-ups on Thursday mornings are strangely weird. But hopefully he takes the hint from this and he realizes that the last vestige of attention that we're going to give him is proof. Finally,
Well, he's holding out hope. He's going to get signed back to EW now.
He's like, everybody. All right, guys. We are at the point where we go ahead and give our summary, which is number of bells 1 to 5, and your favorite match and or segment. Canada Dry, you go
Come
first.
back to me.
Okay, world champion, you go first.
All right, so I'm gonna give this show a solid 4. There was nothing wrong in this show at all. It wasn't quite a 5 because there were just certain things that didn't really pull the emotion as much as they were, but they were solid.
Yeah.
The best segment, as I said before, and I'm revisiting this, is Sandy Fork. They can go to Sandy Fork. You know what? I'd rather them go to Sandy Fork than the Hardy Compound. I'd rather them go to Sandy Fork than whatever gym like Max Caster does his pre-ritual rap things in when he does the videos. I would rather that they go to Sandy Fork than being the elite locker room.
Okay.
I am. You know what? Everything about that was great. The fact that this man just had his daughter just hanging out, and he's got a 7-footer was playing with. Like he walked off the porch and nobody blinked. He just took the child.
There it is.
Just cool. All right, I guess that works. But here is this large man whose hand is larger than the baby.
Yeah.
And he's just like, like I have like anxiety when a midget carries my child. Like, is that a slur? Did I say a bad word?
I don't think you did.
I hope not. That's a no word. I don't know. I hope it's not.
Let's pretend it didn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll edit it out of the audio version of the podcast.
There you go. They let a 7.5 foot tall man is just playing with your child. That child had a nosebleed by the time he came back.
Oh yeah, Golden Graham, your turn.
Okay, so like, I was going to give this show 3 bells. Just smack that. Nothing horrible, nothing super great. It was just an average Dynamite show for me.
Yeah.
And I think I don't even know. Like, I don't want to go the same route as Trey J, but I absolutely love that Sandy Fork thing. Like, that was, to me, that was the highlight of the show.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna have to go with Trey J and just go with the Sandy Fork visit.
Okay. How many bells?
3.
3. All right.
He's thinking 3.
Get it to dry.
All right, I'm giving this 3.5.
Okay.
Only for the reason that no match really stuck out. Really, like nothing was really like everything was good, but nothing was just great. But I'll give the main event the match of the night, I guess.
Okay. So I gotta say my favorite
3.5, right?
Yeah, it's a 3.5.
3.5.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So my favorite was the segment at Sandy Fork. It for a family that's dealing with what they're dealing with, which is a loss of a brother and a son and a father and a husband. It brought levity to bring back that Mark Briscoe that we knew and loved when he was the goofy, like when he's more goofy than your average redneck and goofier than his brother. Like, you missed that. And it was good to finally see it happen again. And it made me feel good, like in my heart. So that's my favorite match or segment. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I mean, the fact that there wasn't a match that really kind of said, "Hey, James, wake up! This is a really good, match." There wasn't. It just, the main event was all right because everything told the story it needed to tell. It didn't end it in, or
what? That's okay. Sometimes it just needs to do its job to get us to the next spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't mean this horrible, but a lot of this was predictable. I think is.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah, very much so. Very much so. All right, guys, we have about to wrap it up. Of course, we want to thank our sponsor. That is Dubby.gg. If you're wondering what Dubby is, you're working a 14, 15-hour, 16-hour day. You got, like Trey J, you got to deal with about 500 screaming kids just running around like a hen with its head cut off.
Its head cut off?
Yeah, you're going to attend a Catholic wedding. Like anything that's going to require you to be up and awake for 8 to 10 hours, Dubby Energy is the way to go. They have drinks. They have it. They got drinks. They got chews. Everything is no sugar added. It's just straight caffeine and some vitamins in there as well. But if you go to Dubby.gg and you enter in our code Effin' Wrestling, you will get 10% off of your entire purchase. So again, Dubby.gg, use the code Effin' Wrestling, get 10% off. Wow. All right.
I like how Liam says it.
How does he say it?
It's Dubby.
It's
Dubby.
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 We gotta report that now.
I love Liam. He cracks me up. Anyways, so you want to find a way to support the show, hang out with us, chat with us. There's two ways you can go about doing it. You can go to youtube.com/effing wrestling. You can go ahead and click like and subscribe. It will enter you into a magical portal where if you scroll down, all our social media links are right there. And you can click and interface with us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, hell.
And all our links are in the description. All
the links are in the description. Now, you can go to our website, effingwrestling.com. You can go ahead and interact with us there as well. We have all our videos. We have our shows. We have everything that's up there for you to use and to get into what we offer. And if you like T-shirts and you want to support T-shirts, you like T-shirts?
I love them.
Well, I got T-shirts for you. You want the all effing wrestling tee as worn by Natalia Markova, or maybe you want to wear the effing middle fingers like Natalia Markova. Maybe you just want to convince everybody you're part of a cult. We have T-shirts.
I love this cult.
Yeah, this is the greatest cult of all time. Anyways, all you need to do is go to prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. Now, if you are a fan of old school wrestling, and I know that you are, we sell Adrian Adonis's shirts. He has an episode on the dark side of wrestling. We have the author of this book, Flowers for Adrian. If you like old school wrestling, you want to support Adrian Adonis, prowrestlingtees.com/Adrian Adonis. Go there and get some shirts. That is all, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Canada Dry Classic, AFW's final boss, the effing world champ, Trey J Styles, the Golden Graham serial killer, Joseph Graham. I am the JFB.
And remember to just keep forward.
Hit it. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it. Damn boy!